Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Today is the 30th of July, and today I'm gonna be casting. Excusez-moi, already fumbling at the start. But today we're gonna be casting NaVi versus Chaos. This match was played, I believe, on the 22nd of July, if not the day before that, in the last European Playday. And today's match is gonna be on Cafe Dostoevsky. NaVi is a team that has just come fresh out of Challenger League at the start of the season, and boy oh boy have they shown lots of talent and lots of skill so far in this season, or at least this first half of the season. They've really blown the entire audience away, they've blown themselves away. They've put up a pretty good show. And Chaos is also another team that have definitely shown up this last season. Compared to previous seasons, they always used to be not necessarily the underdog team, but they were a team that would usually tend to struggle in a lot of their matches. I remember one of the clearest matches, I believe it was Season 9 G2 versus Chaos, and at that certain point, if most of you remember that match, it was completely one-sided in G2's favor, and Chaos was playing just at a whole different lower level. They couldn't meet up to G2's standards, but they've come a long way, and they've improved greatly. And now they're back in Pro League, and they have definitely made a really good performance so far this season. So first side of the day is going to be Bar and Cocktail Lounge. Ken drew 6 picks off of Rook onto the Mira. Since Mira is unbanned, you might as well utilize her while you can. There are tons of great spots, particularly one where the smoke saves is just reinforcing. Now you can plop down a Mira window over there and keep control of the bar. Another one of the great places for putting a Mira window is inside the freezer looking towards the cigar lounge, or inside of the bathroom looking into cigar lounge. Mira has a bunch of different uses on this map, and so many good uses as well. This is also one that we actually haven't seen too often before. Kenju opts to put the Mira window inside of the top floor bathroom looking in towards the bar and cocktail lounge. The only problem that I personally have with this Mira window is that you really have a small, tiny little opening to look in towards where the attackers may drop from the new hatch, and that's just the restriction from the freezer door. But, you know, she does have a secondary shotgun which she can use to open up some peek holes, some kill holes over by the freezer wall, and then, you know, you just reform the site as you so please, and hey, presto, you got a whole nother line of sight. Chaos are going to open up the new hatches, pretty basic stuff, and I'm pretty sure that the Thermite is going, his first job on the list is to open up the reinforced wall at the top of red. They send Vitaline off to do a bit of scouting, and seeing as NaVi haven't brought a single breach denial, no bandit, no Kaid, they do have a mute, but I don't think they decided to put a mute jammer over by the red wall. And grenade comes out from Vitaline perfectly placed, and I think that went through the tiny little drone hole as well. And that's the mute off of the board. Really early kill, and so far Chaos have done a perfect job of taking control of the top of red, opening the wall, and now they can move their way into the piano bar, cigar lounge. And they've already established a bunch of control. They've pushed some of the defenders out, and they've forced them to sit behind their Mira windows. And they basically just taking complete control of the west side of the building now. Drones coming out, and I do believe that Chaos know there are a few defenders downstairs and roaming. That's Citizen, and I believe also, no, not Doki. That's a smoke downstairs. It's a bit weird, seeing as they didn't bring any C4s. They can't use the C4 from underneath. I saw that Kendrew brought a deployable shield, and Citizen himself brought a pair of barbed wire instead of C4. And speaking of Citizen, he picks up a frag, and he's about to encounter Crips, and he manages to take him down. That's IQ off of the board, and so far Citizen has done a brilliant job of, well, getting rid of the attackers as efficiently as possible without giving away his position. And just like that, the tables have turned, and 20 seconds left on the board. NaVi have done a splendid job of turning things in their favor. It's 4v2, and it's all up to Vitaline and Red Groove to salvage the round. Vitaline gets one frag and Doki gets one more. Vitaline has to repel in, and Citizen will pick up his third frag for the round, securing the first round of the day for NaVi. He did a brilliant job downstairs, managing to pick up 2 kills, and I did say before, it was a bit questionable that he did not choose a C4 to deny a plant as easily, but you know what, at that point it doesn't even matter, because once you pick up a 3k, you've done your job. You've done more than the job you were assigned. So for round number 2, NaVi are going to go downstairs into the reading room and fireplace hall, the newest site that was introduced on Cafe Dostoevsky after the rework, bringing up the total bomb site count to 4. And this new site plays a bit differently than the fireplace and mining hall bomb sites, although it does share a lot of aspects between the older site. And seeing as it is a new site, it's still evolving at the moment. There are a bunch of different ways to play this site that still have not been discovered, but more or less the essence is the same as the fireplace and mining hall. So the odds are that they're going to send at least 1 or 2 roamers upstairs to keep vertical control, because as I'm pretty sure, as we all know, most of the ceiling above the 2 bomb sites are destructible, which could definitely bode well in Chaos's favor. Vitaline is on the Bucks, so if they manage to clear out both Doki saves and the other 2, okay, no, they're going to drop hatches, but if they manage to clear out the top floor roamers and take control of the top floor, then verticality comes into play, which could be very detrimental for the defending squad. So Chaos, are going to go about it and start opening up the hatches, drone out the defenders. Doki is all up on the 3rd floor. I don't know if he's on his lonesome. It would be strange if he was just by himself holding the top floor, but I assume not. Chaos are going to do their best to flush out the roamers, pick up frag on the way if they're lucky enough. Citizen is droned out and they know his location. He's over by the piano bar, the cigar lounge. Cigar wall is going to be opened up, and Citizen is just going to stay put. He's going to stay stationary and maybe pick up a kill if he's lucky. He's challenging the hatch, and he manages to take down secretly. And he doesn't get refragged. He gets away just by a hair from Renshiro. Is that Renshiro? I can't really exactly see, but Doki picks up another kill, putting the man count at 3 to 5 in their favor. That's not Renshiro, excuse me, that's Renewals. My mistake. And now Chaos have a pretty what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. They just have a steep, that's the word I'm looking for. They have a steep slope to climb if they want to bring this round back in their favor. They have not managed to secure any kills on the roamers, and they have managed to make their way downstairs to the middle floor. Vitaline already opening up a small little entrance so he can move into the dining hall. But then again, the defenders upstairs will be left uncontested. They did set up Renewals upstairs to watch the flank, since the hatch above the train room is open. And if they abandon that hatch, then things could go pretty bad for them. Everything would go sideways for Chaos. So Red Groove picks up a kill onto Nalo, and Red Groove picks up his 2nd for the day on Doki. Meantime, Vitaline picks up a kill onto Kendrew, and just like that, Chaos have brought the round back in their favor. It's all up to Citizen and Save. Citizen already on very low HP. 1 bullet will do it. Vitaline picks up another kill onto Citizen. All up to Saves with the CSG in hand. Not much he can do. Diffuser's going down, and there's 15 seconds left on the board. They already know his location. He is stuck inside of the reading room. C4 comes out, denies the 7-second plant, which is really, really great for them. And he manages to pick up a kill onto renewals as well. Vitaline has to stick the diffuser or go for the push, and he does pick up the kill onto saves, equalizing the round count at 1-1. Things were just about to collapse for both teams. NaVi were stuck in they had the upper hand against Chaos. They had a two-man advantage for the most part of that round. And then bullets were just flying all over the map. And before you know it, the man count was down to 3-1. And Saves almost single-handedly managed to salvage the round by himself. But unfortunately, his shots from the TCSG did not manage to connect with Vitaline at all. And Chaos takes the second round for themselves. NaVi are going to go downstairs into the kitchen. A freshly reworked site which plays out so much more differently than the old cafe that we used to know. And once again, just like the newest site that was introduced, the dining and reading room, there are so many different options that you can employ in your strategies to make defending the kitchen, the new reworked kitchen, as successful as possible. A lot of teams would usually opt to bring a castle. In this instance, Castle is such a helpful operator, especially down here on the first floor. You can just rework the site as you please with the help of a castle. NaVi are also going to bring out an Echo, I believe, for the first time this match. That's Kendrew, who will be operating the Yokai drones for this round. And Nalo will have set up a mirror window overlooking the bakery. Now I'm curious as okay, yeah, NaVi do have, I believe, at least one roamer upstairs that may be Citizen, seeing as he is the only 3-speed on the defensive roster. And if I saw it correctly, he's already at the top floor, hiding inside the cigar lounge. Chaos will slowly drone out and make their way into the middle floor, clearing out the train, the mining room, and the dining hall, also the reading room. But I don't think they're aware of Citizen being upstairs on the top floor. And Buck is he's gonna start getting busy. He's gonna start getting his hands dirty very early into the round by creating some, by taking advantage of the verticality and making some peek holes to possibly open up the mirror windows. And if those mirror windows are open, it would prove very detrimental for the NaVi roster. And so far, 1 minute 20 off the board, and yet a single frag has to come out. There is one just slightly hidden up on the middle of red stairs, waiting to make a push as soon as he gets a call from his teammates. But that doesn't look like it's going to be very likely. Crips picks up a kill onto Citizen. That is the roamer off the board, and Doki gets a refrag onto Secretly. That's a great frag for Chaos. I mean for NaVi, excuse me. They managed to get the Thermite off the board, hampering their abilities to open up any reinforced walls that are present on the map. One of those could have been the freezer wall, one of those could have been the north wall of kitchen. And they didn't bring a second hard breacher. They could have brought possibly a Maverick if they chose to, but instead they're gonna have to make do with what they have. And as the clock slowly ticks, Chaos need to come up with a plan very quickly to try to spot out the NaVi defenders from afar, from up above, and get those frags as soon as possible. Kendrew will hold an angle over to the bakery, and he might spot one out. And Nalo has two attackers very close to him. He's going to wait very, very patiently before making his push. Doki picks up a kill onto Renewals, and he'll stick a gunfight. Wins the gunfight, picks up a kill onto Crips, and there's only 15 seconds left on the board, and Chaos are at a severe disadvantage. 2 players left on the board, Vitaline and Red Groove, who both get eliminated very swiftly by the defending squad. NaVi take the 3rd round for themselves. And Nilo waited very, very patiently in that little closet over there. I don't think he pushed the 2 attackers that were on the right side. Those, I'm pretty sure, were fragged out by Doki on the dock. And he continued to wait patiently inside the closet, picked up the last kill onto Vitaline, and that was that. That's all she wrote for that round. So now we are going to go back upstairs to the bar and cocktail lounge. And Kendrew this time, instead of picking up the Mira, he's going to 6-pick off onto the Echo. I can understand why he did this, because last round when Chaos were attacking the top floor, they barely had any use for the mirror windows they had set up, seeing as Chaos spent a lot of time and resources to take care of the roamers who were on the second floor of the building. They practically had no reason to employ Mira into their defensive strategy at all. They hardly utilized the mirror windows at all. Sure, it does help in gathering information if any attackers drop from the new hatch and from the red hatch, but we just didn't see that happen that often at all last round. So they're going to do something smart and take Echo, take advantage of those yokai drones, deny a plant from afar. And I hope that this time the NaVi actually did bring a few C4s. Maybe at least one C4 to just cower downstairs on the second floor. And then in the dying seconds of the round, toss it up and deny the plant. And that would be that, hypothetically speaking. So Chaos getting started by opening up the hatches and getting the red wall open once again, establishing a beachhead for themselves as they slowly move from west to east. Doki on the Jaeger will be holding a pixel angle, and any second now secretly should drop and open up the hatch. Vitaline is going to hold an angle and maybe challenge Doki if he gets lucky with it. They'll shoot a few bullets at each other, but no cigar for either player. And Nalo downstairs on the mute holding C4 in hand. We'll just wait patiently, and he also has Citizen to back him up. Doki lands his shots on secretly. He gets injured and will be picked up with 20 HP, and now Vitaline will be on the south wall, ready to ready to take down Doki, because he's practically getting pinched, and Doki will smartly retreat, not back to site, but all the way downstairs to the white staircase, close to the stock delivery, and now secretly, finally able to place down his last Texan Dynamite, will open up the freezer wall. Grenade comes in, snags a lot of HP off of Doki, but still no serious actual frag from either team, and there's just less than a minute on the board. Chaos have to move fast, and they haven't really done much about the roamers underneath yet. Sure, they have intel on them, but they aren't challenging them at all. And if those defenders don't get taken care of, just like that, Citizen picked up a kill onto Vitaline. If those defenders do not get taken care of, things will go sideways for you. Now, we've seen Crips in this exact same gunfight a few rounds prior, but this time he will prevail, and not will he just prevail, he'll pick up a double kill for himself. Doki doing work, picking up a kill onto Red Groove, and Kendrew also picking up a kill onto one more, and Renewal's all up to himself in a 1v2, has 15 seconds left, picks up a kill onto Doki, and one more onto Saves with the pistol. He has to run back, get the diffuser, and start sticking the plant. But last one is Kendrew on the Echo drone, and Renewals actually manages to get the Echo drone, but that sucks for him because Kendrew has another one to spare. He'll shoot it up and deny the plant and take round number 4 for NaVi. That was a bit of a nail-biting situation. Very stressful for the Twitch. You'd think that that after you'd kill one yokai drone, you'd be completely safe to start taking your sweet time to plant that diffuser. But it was just unfortunate for him because Kendrew already had a second one lined up and ready to go. NaVi have managed to win the top floor sites twice. Now they're gonna go into the reading room and fireplace hall once again. I'm surprised that they didn't opt for going to the mining hall and fireplace hall this time around. Well, that's completely fine. Things had played out very, very dicey in the last round, and Chaos were so close to equalizing it out. Now they have even more ground to cover if they want to take the W home. So, and just the same as last round, they're gonna have Doki up on the Jaeger upstairs, trying to waste as much time as possible. I'm curious if NaVi have opened up the hatch over by the cigar lounge that drops into the train room. I don't know if they've actually reinforced it or opened it. It would be nice if they had it open so that the roamers could retreat if things get a bit too hot for them. And Crips is going to slowly drone out the site. I'm not sure if he spotted Doki directly above him. Probably not, since he is playing a very sneaky position. And Doki decided to move just at the last second. He might have been able to get a free kill, but I think he realizes that he is being challenged from the skylight this time around. So it looks like if Crips decides to go for an aggressive push, he will most likely just have free entry onto the site. Citizen picks up a kill onto Secretly. Shortly afterwards, Renewals gets a trade onto Doki. Those are both Thermite and the Jaeger off the board. Now, Secretly did manage to use one of his exothermic charges, so not everything went to waste. They did manage to open up the red wall up top. But still, a bit of resources, wasted. Vitaline just rushes into the mining room and picks up a kill onto Citizen, putting the count down to a 4v3. He tries to nail some shots on a defender. That's Kendrew, hiding behind the wall, using a small little peek hole. He won't land any shots. I'm not sure if he knew where the shots were coming from. Maybe he did. But he will not prevail in that gunfight. He won't take too much HP. He won't lose too much HP. And Kendrew, unlucky for him, he goes for the gunfight. But he's a bit of a hunky guy, that Echo. Can't move as fast as other defenders. And he'll lose the gunfight to Vitaline, who is now on very low HP. But NaVi, they're on low man count, and Renewals will get info and pick up the kill onto saves, and now Nalo, with the SMG-11 in hand, has to clutch it out. And the attackers, they have, so much time to work with. One Toxic Babe goes out to try to deny the plant, but it won't connect, and Vitaline picks up, I believe that was his third frag for the round. Maybe second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the second frag. Picks up the frag onto Nalo, the last defender standing, and puts the round count at 3-2. Once again, the reading and Fireplace Hall sites did not work out for NaVi this time. They lost those two sites twice, so they're going to go back downstairs into the kitchen, which did work out pretty splendidly for them in the past round, winning with a man advantage of 4-1, well, 4-0, after they picked up the last frag. And this time, instead of bringing an Echo, Kendrew will sit on the Rook, allowing him to be much more active in terms of defending instead of playing passively and trying to stay alive so he can utilize those yokai drones. He's just going to plop down a few dinner plates for his defending squad. And he's just going to probably walk around freely as he so pleases, hold a few angles, knock back a few heads, and that'll be about it for Kendrew this time. Now I'm curious, where is Citizen taking Nalo? Where does he have a mirror window in mind? Is he going to decide to put one over by the middle of White Staircase looking in towards the Fireplace Hall? That would be pretty strange. I'm curious. curious to see what's going to happen. Crips is going to wait for his teammate to drone out the mining room. And they're going to smartly move along and take control of the second floor. They do notice that the hatch has been opened inside the train museum. So obviously they can assume that there is at least one roamer on the third floor. Question is, they have to push him. They do have to push him if they want to be successful in this round. So far, Chaos haven't necessarily had the best of luck when it comes to clearing out roamers. Nearly every single round that they've lost has been because of roamers. The first round was a perfect example of that. The rounds past that, also perfect examples of that. So Chaos know very well what they have to do, because Citizen could definitely be a huge thorn in the side if they don't remove him off the board fast enough. And as of right now, there are less than 90 seconds left. Chaos are taking it glacially slow. I don't know if they're planning to go for a really, really late push, but Citizen is wasting so much of Chaos's time. And Crips will get the signal to move up to the white staircase, I believe, and try to pinch out Citizen. Now, 60 seconds left, and Vitaline picks up the first kill onto Kendra. That is the rook off the board. Not the worst loss that could have happened, because, well, Kendra already put down his plates. If it would have been the dock, off of the board, it would have been much more worse. And Citizen will slowly creep down the red staircase. I'm not sure if Chaos knows exactly where he is. But if they don't, then things could go sideways very, very quickly. He's going to slowly and surely make his way into the mining room. And one might just spot him, but no. He sees a small little pixel of the buck, gets an easy headshot onto him, and starts moving his way to pillars, gets up a frag onto renewals. And now he'll just stay upstairs, wait for the plant to come down, gets a few shots in, and it'll be safe. So pick up the kill onto Crips, and then yeah, just like that, there's 2 seconds left on the board, and it's all up to Nalo and Citizen, who have to deny the plant. Nalo comes up from behind, lands a few shots into his back with the Vector, and takes the 6th round of the map. That was just a huge cluster biff at the last round, at the last dying seconds of the round. Frags were coming out left and right, and I could not keep up with it. It was just so much all happening at one time. But now it's halftime, and the sides have swapped. Chaos will be on the defense, and NaVi will be on the attack. Chaos is just the same as NaVi. They'll go upstairs to what I think we can definitely say is probably the most preferred bomb site, 3rd floor, as of right now. They're gonna bring out a pulse this time, mixing things up a tiny bit. NaVi have stuck by loyally with employing Mozzie into their strategy, and I think in this instance, having a pulse would bode much better for the defensive side. Now, there's actually a lot of merit to both using a pulse and a Mozzie. If you manage to snag at least one, ideally 2 drones off of the attackers, you can set them up as stationary cameras. And then you, with the help of those cameras, information can be relayed back to you. And then find out the exact spot to deny the plant. But with the pulse, that just goes much easier. Run out from Crips will remove Nalo. Gridlock is off of the board, and that kind of sucks for NaVi. They're not going to be able to take advantage of those track stingers for the rest of the match. and they also lost a pair, and I believe the only pair of smoke grenades that they actually had available to themselves. I don't know what Saves is trying to pull off right there. He's kind of... Oh, he was trying to get onto the AC unit, and he actually manages to succeed as well. I didn't know that's even possible as of right now. I'm pretty sure if you actually do end up dropping into the... down the skylight, that you probably will injure yourself or just take a heap ton of damage. But that's fine. 1 minute 50 left, and secretly from down below in the train room... in the train museum, will relay some information back to his defender, to his teammates. I'm not exactly sure if Doki managed to, if his EMP actually caught the heartbeat sensor from Secretly. Secretly is going to point out that there is one inside of the cigar lounge. That is Doki, who is slowly but surely trying to make his way around. Once hidden inside the bathroom, Cripps picks up a second kill onto Doki, and he'll be left on very, very low HP. One bullet should do it, but with just over 60 seconds left, NaVi have to cook something up, and very quickly, if they want to be successful in grabbing their 5th round. Unfortunately for them, they can't really utilize the exothermic charge anymore. Now the pulse goes down, so we can actually say that the man count is now 4-3, and Kendra picks up another one, effectively putting the man count at 3-3, but nope. Cripps will pick up Secretly. They'll both be set on very, very low HP, and if Saves is smart about how he plays it, then he can definitely pick up 2 nice frags. He'll slowly make his way up the white staircase, and he might get 1 kill if he pays attention. Shots coming out, and Citizen picks up Red Groove, who was behind the mirror window. Kendra picks up a kill onto Cripps, and 7 seconds left on the board. He has to get the diffuser down, and Citizen will kill Secretly, who was just earlier picked up from being injured. And NaVi managed to put out what looked to be an unwinnable round. Everything was going in Chaos's favor, and NaVi were being, I want to say, hyper-aggressive in that situation. They were walking out in the open, challenging mirror windows, which is not something nobody ever does. We literally just saw, I think it was Citizen on the Zofia. He was just walking openly in the bar, the most exposed area of the entire bomb site. He was just walking like he had nothing else to do. He challenged the mirror window, and he got away with his life as well, managing to pick up, I think, not 1 but definitely 2 kills in that scenario. And just like that, NaVi are gonna pick up their 5th round. So very close to match point, and so very close to a definitive win. And Chaos are gonna try something a bit more different. They're gonna go downstairs into the kitchen, and this time they're not gonna be bringing a mirror at all. Red Groove will be on the Echo, and they're also gonna put Cripps on the Bandits. Bandit could definitely prove very useful in this situation. Can definitely deny Kendra from using any of his exothermic charges, and if NaVi desperately need to open up those, they desperately do need to open up those reinforced walls, but seeing as they don't have a Thatcher at hand, things might be much more difficult. They're gonna have to rely on Doki to use his shock drones to get rid of those bandit batteries. And they're also going to have to renew on Saves to use his electronic scanner to get rid of those bandit batteries from above. So they're going to drone out Secretly on the Legion. I don't understand what the trend is with having your Legion roam everywhere. If he dies too early on, that's wasted utility. Renewals picks up a kill onto Citizen just like that, without losing too much HP, getting an early advantage for the defensive squad. he'll continue to just quietly roam around the map and at the same time supporting his teammates secretly. Now, it does make sense that you do have a roaming legion because they can just throw mines around the actual area that they're roaming and trying to waste time on. It does make sense, but like I said before, if they die early, that's wasted utility. Kendrew picks up a kill onto Renewals. Renewals had already low HP, so now things have pretty much equalized between the two squads. Shots are coming out from secretly, just edges out the gunfight. Kendrew tried to get away with his life. He went behind the corner, but he didn't land the shots himself. He did put down secretly to, I believe, around 60 HP, but that's not enough. And there's just over a minute left, and ooh, he's hiding behind the Christmas tree. I don't think they know about this. And Saves accidentally gets a team kill, and then he will also bite the dust directly afterward. And now Doki all on his lonesome with less than 25 HP. He needs a miracle if he's gonna pull out this round, but it's unlikely to happen. It's very unlikely to happen. He does have the right weapon for the job, but it really he can't do anything about it. They know where he is. He's inside bakery. He's just gonna go for a push, and all they have to do is wait for Vitaline to throw out a toxic babe. He steps on a goo mine. He's sitting at about 5 HP. If he breathes in just a tiny bit of that toxic gas, he is down. Echo Drone doesn't even need to be utilized. Crips, one bullet will do it. And they're slowly but surely making their way back up to a tie, potentially. They get the third round for themselves on the board, and we'll move on to round number 9. The first successful defense coming out from Chaos. And now they're going to go over to the reading room and fireplace hall. Curious that both teams have decided to avoid the mining room and the fireplace hall. So, the red group 6 picks off of the mirror onto the mute, and I believe one more person 6 picked off on the attacking squad, but I did not catch that. Didn't catch that, unfortunately. And look at that, Citizen with 11 frags so far. Doki sitting at 9. Citizen has definitely been doing a ton of lifting this match. In terms of frags, obviously this game isn't about frags, but if you're in the right place at the right time, then you will definitely have an impact on the scoreboard. And Chaos, they're going to use a ton of utility upstairs, using a lot of reinforcements, mute jammers, goo mines, etc. Practically everything they have at their, everything they have in their inventory is going to be used upstairs. And this is going to make things even harder for NaVi. This is going to make things much harder for them to take control of the top floor. And now once again they're gonna rappel upside down to avoid any runouts. Last time that someone did a runout, they lost their gridlock, which definitely was not good in that situation. So they're just gonna prevent that. The top of red, that wall is reinforced, and it's also jammed by a mute jammer. So they're gonna have to send somebody on the west side to repel on the west side and get rid of the mute jammer. And secretly we'll just quietly sit downstairs in the mining room, relaying as much information as possible. He'll just hold on to his C4 right now. When the time is right, he'll throw it out, and Nalo deploys a few track stingers to the middle of red, just in case if someone tries to flank them later on into the round. Now, NaVi have taken control of the west side of the top floor and managed to push the Chaos defenders to the east side. They don't have much to work with. Doki picks up a kill onto Crips. That is the Legion off the board. A bit of utility wasted in that scenario. Well, utility not being generated and also not being used, but no, still. It sucks that they lost their Legion. They're going to open up a few line of sights to try to get a few shots onto Secretly, but he will still be left uncontested in the mining room. He did throw out a C4 to try to snag a kill onto Kendrew, and it didn't net anything. And Doki, oh my goodness, with a triple kill and a ridiculous flick onto Vitaline. Just complete, oh my goodness. And he picks up a fourth one. Can he get the ace? He certainly has enough time to do so if he pleases. And it's all up to renewals with the SMG-11 in hand in a 1v5 situation. And just like that, he will be challenged in a gunfight, and Citizen will steal Doki's ace away. But you know what? It really doesn't matter at this point. Sure, you might be a bit ticked off about it, but all that matters is that you get the W in this game, right? Who are we kidding? NaVi with a flawless round are going to put themselves on match point. Doki just doing work, man. Winning every single gunfight he got into, and pretty much just, I really don't want to curse, I'm going to say he was pooping on them. He definitely just ruined Chaos's day in Chaos. Second time's the charm, not the usual saying, but second time's the charm. They're going to give the third floor another try, seeing as it is definitely the most defensive favored site on the entire map. And if they have any hope of now getting at least a draw out of this match in 1 point, then the third floor is definitely the place to do it. And you can see that Doki sitting on 13 frags and Citizen right behind him with 12. Collectively, two people have managed to get 25 frags. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty much insane. After 9 rounds, 25 frags shared amongst 2 people, that is definitely a record to break. That is definitely a record to break for all of the other pros out there right now. Red Groove, once again, will put up a mirror window inside the bathroom, just as we've seen in practically every single defensive round so far. Nothing too innovative, nothing too new. They're not really mixing up anything. They're going to go with just the hard strategies that they know, that they learned, that they practiced, and hopefully edge out another round win. No runouts this time again, so Nilo will manage to stay alive. He'll manage to stay alive for just a while longer. Now, I'm not exactly sure if Chaos have sent any roamers downstairs onto the second floor. One can only assume as much, and almost the entire NaVi squad is going to drop downstairs. They have a drone onto the mute stuck inside the bar. Picks up a kill. He picks up 2 kills secretly. Oh my god, things are looking bright for Chaos right now. And he picks up a 3rd. What are you doing, NaVi? Win your gunfights. Win your gunfights. Clearly, Secretly is winning his, and oh my goodness, everything is going in their favor right now. Run out from Crips, picks up saves, and now Nalo has a minute 30 left to work with. In 90 seconds, 4 frags managed to come out, 3 from Secretly and 1 from Crips. And just like that, I'm pretty sure Chaos have regained their confidence. Obviously that they've obviously got this round in the bag for themselves, but this is the confidence booster that they needed right now, so they can continue to persevere in the coming rounds. Few missed shots coming out. Secretly, after getting 3 kills, will eventually go down at the hands of Nalo. Excuse me. And Nalo, left on such low HP, already used most of his track stingers, sitting on just 10 HP. He has very little to work with. And Vitaline will start throwing out his toxic babes as well, but it doesn't matter because Crips will pick up his 2nd frag in the round onto the very weakened Nalo. And slowly but surely, Chaos are building their way back up. They pick up their 4th round, but they still have a steep slope to climb because NaVi has, well, one more round to make a few mistakes. And then the last round, they definitely have to win if they want to get those 3 points. Now, Chaos are going to go back downstairs to the 1st floor and kitchen, which the previous time that they went downstairs worked out very splendidly for them. It worked out very, very well because they managed to eliminate Kendrew very early into the round, getting rid of NaVi's hard breach potential altogether. So if they managed to get the exact same thing done this time around, then I'm pretty sure that Chaos will ultimately win round number 11. Once again, Chaos not bringing a Mira. They're gonna put Red Groove back onto the Echo. I'm pretty sure that they've sent at least 1 or 2 roamers. I think I saw 2 roamers upstairs, 1 all the way on the top floor, and 1 more to the middle floor, the 2nd floor of the cafe. So NaVi, they're gonna have a lot to get done in not a lot of time. They're gonna have to get rid of renewals up on the top floor. They're gonna have to, well, send Citizen and Nalo to use their breachables and their secondary shotgun to make some opening holds and take advantage of the verticality. 1 person will challenge Citizen, but it won't succeed in it. Secretly goes down, and very early into the round, that is the Legion off of the board. A lot of utility, well, potential utility has been wasted, and NaVi already on a strong start. After just 60 seconds, they managed to pick up 1 kill, and as I said, that Citizen picks up a double kill onto renewals. The man count is 5-3, and Chaos unnecessarily pushing a lot of angles, trying to edge out a frag. Did not bode well for them in this instance, and saves. Picks up a kill onto Crips. I don't know what Crips was doing. Now Chaos is just throwing, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but they're throwing. It's a 2v5, and Chaos are going to continue to run around like monkeys, and Citizen picks up his 3rd. Red Groove picks up a double kill. Can he salvage the round? Maybe. He might be able to salvage the round, but I think that NaVi have already opened up the freezer wall, and they can start making their way into the B-bomb site and start planting down. Kendrew will start to stick the defuse plant, and he will be challenged by Nalo on the gridlock, and he will pick up the kill onto Red Groove, taking the match 7-5. 3 points on the leaderboard for NaVi. Pretty successful. Not 7-5, excuse me, 7-4. Chaos were definitely doing a wonderful job in the previous rounds, trying to make a comeback as well as they did, and they did a pretty good job, but unfortunately just in that last round they were pushing a lot of angles unnecessarily, and ultimately it led to their demise. Secretly got caught out pretty early by Citizen, and then Citizen also pretty early on to the round picked up a kill onto renewals, and everything just started to snowball on from there. And before we knew it, yeah, Chaos they just collapsed, and they lost the round and the match altogether. But what can you do? What can you do? Still a brilliantly played match by NaVi. Chaos definitely stepped up. They definitely showed a lot of new knowledge and what their actual potential is. They Definitely gave NaVi a run for their money, but in the end, NaVi rose above and claimed the victory. So that is going to be all for me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next time.